Hey, busy mama. If you are trying to lose weight, if you're trying to lose belly fat, you're trying to feel lean and confident again in your skin. Every time you get some momentum or you're trying to eat healthy or you're trying to work out more, you feel like you always fall off track, or you feel like when somebody brings you donuts or a treat, like it goes out the window, right? Maybe you think junk food and snacks and certain treats just keep pulling you back in. You feel out of control around them. Maybe you keep thinking, if I can just stop craving this stuff, if I can just go no sugar, if I can just try to stop these cravings, and I could finally lose the weight and also keep it off. If this sounds familiar, you are not alone. Today, I'm breaking down exactly why we have these cravings, or why you have these eating habits that you don't love and you keep grabbing things, or it's hard for you to say no to treats or junk food. And then I'll give you tips and tricks and step by step on how to fix it and start seeing results this week. First, it's not because you're weak or you don't have willpower. These are actually the real reasons that it keeps happening for you. Especially if you are a busy mom, you're trying to juggle all the things, right? You're trying to be a good mom for your kids. You work, and there's lots of stress and constant demands in your life. So here are some of the most common reasons that you're craving sugar and junk food, and you just feel like you can't stop when you're eating some of those things, even when you want to eat healthy, even when you're eating healthy most of the time, but you feel like these sugary foods are stopping your results. Number one is habit. It's out of habit. If you've got maybe used to reaching for snacks just randomly throughout the day at certain times, after the kids go to bed at night, is a big one. During nap time, while you're scrolling on your phone, you just mindlessly eat. It's your brain's way of searching for comfort and routine. And we just naturally do that, especially if we just have always been doing it out of habit. The next one is lack of planning. You're so busy taking care of your family, you're so busy trying to keep up with the demands of daily life and with your kids. That's easy to skip meals. It's easy to not have balanced meals for yourself, because it's easier to just grab your kids' leftovers or a convenient snack out of the pantry. I totally understand how convenient this is. Um, but it is easy to get stuck in that cycle and start craving those things because your body is used to just grabbing and going. Naturally craves that fast energy, like sugar and carbs and processed snacks. Along with this is environment. So let's be honest with ourselves. The snacks are sitting right there in the pantry, right? If you keep buying them, if you keep getting them and just stocking up on them and having them in the front of your face in the pantry, it's going to be hard to say no. And you're just going to keep reaching for them, because it's easy, it's fast, it's comforting, it's right there. The next one is having that mindset and that thought process of how you approach your snacking habits. This is a really big one because a lot of people get in their heads about it and then they self-sabotage. So having a mindset and a self-sabotage can definitely hinder your progress. And so it's really important to work on those, especially if you're feeling like, for example, it might look like, oh, I already messed up today. Like I already ate cookies, I already ate cake. I might as well just keep going, just eat whatever, and I'll start tomorrow. That's a very common mindset that people have, and it's self-sabotaging your goals. In reality, if you just ate a few cookies or a piece of cake and you stopped there and you just ate healthy the rest of the day, you could actually still be within your calorie deficit and still seeing weight loss. But instead, you feel like you failed because you ate a treat, and now you're just going to eat more and you won't see results because you will be going over your calorie deficit. All right, let's get into how we can fix this now, right? So, this is what I recommend my clients start with. This is the first step in order to really get to losing belly fat, to get control on your cravings, get control on your eating habits. These are the things that are really going to help you. So we'll go over a few of them today. And you can start these this week and start feeling much better within a few days this week. Number one, buy convenient, healthy snacks. Okay, so don't always try to buy convenient, unprocessed snacks, right? There's still going to be processed foods, and that's fine, but try to stock up your pantry with healthier options. Make the choice the healthy choice. So think protein shakes, Greek yogurt, string cheese, fruit is just a really good one, protein bars, any of the grab and go options that are just that keep you full and satisfied, that are high protein. The second one is for planning for your treats, or daily or weekly, depending on, what works for you. Don't just cut out your favorite foods. Don't just cut out no sugar or no carbs or no bread, right? Plan for them instead so that you can still enjoy them, but still get to your goals. When you allow for a treat on purpose, it takes away the forbidden feeling that triggers the binges or the loss of control, because you don't feel like you have control over that, right? So when you plan for them, you are in control of that. The next one is awareness. Just start tracking your habits for 2 days. That's all you need to start doing. This is huge. Just being aware of what's going on is really the first step on how to change your behavior. So, for just 2 days, track when and why you're snacking, and when you're reaching for those treats, or when you're just reaching for processed foods, right? Are you bored? Are you stressed out? Is it just out of habit because it's there? You'll start seeing patterns in your life after you really become aware of, okay, when am I reaching for these treats, and why? And awareness is that first step to change, like we talked about. I also walk you through this and in my free craving control toolkit that I will link down below as well. It's just a quick checklist. It's just a toolkit that you can use, a tracker that asks questions, and it'll help you be aware. So I have that for you in the description box below it. Once you become aware of what's going on, now you can take the next step to fix what's actually happening. So if you're snacking out of boredom, find a replacement. Either go for a walk or a hobby or read a book. Like if it's nap time and your babies are sleeping and you just automatically go for that chocolate, either substitute it for a healthier, more satisfying snack, or do something else, right? Just know that, oh, I'm just doing this out of habit or boredom, so I need to replace that, right? Um, so change your environment. The next one is out of sight, out of mind. This is another environment change that you can do today. Okay, so if you struggle with certain foods, if you're like, oh, there's a box of cookies right now that are in my face, put it in the back of the pantry, right? Just that simple little change is going to help you so much because you don't see it right there. And so it's going to help you not think about it right away. And don't just keep giant bags of chips out on the counter. Okay, you can even put it in little baggies and then put it in a box behind the oatmeal in your pantry, right? These little changes that you can make actually make a huge difference, because you're portioning it out, you're taking control, you're making sure that it's not right in front of you. And it makes it easier to choose something else for yourself. You're not making it harder for yourself. So, whatever you can do to make your fat loss goals easier is awesome. And last one is hydration. Okay, you might have heard of this, drinking water. I know it's always said because a lot of people just forget about it. A lot of people just don't do it. It's hard to keep on drinking and drinking and drinking unless you have that habit. But my suggestion for you to really get a lot of hydration is to make it fun, to make it enticing for yourself, right? We're making it easier. Here's the making it easier tip again, right? Sometimes you're actually just thirsty and you reach for something else, right? But if you just drink a whole lot of water, or a drink before you start reaching for something, it will help you to realize, oh yeah, I'm actually thirsty. I'm not actually hungry. Add flavors to your water. Add electrolytes, fresh fruit, flavored sparkling water, even herbal teas. Make it fun. Make it enticing for yourself. Okay, here's a thing to remember. If you want to lose belly fat, if you want to tone up, you don't have to have a perfect diet. You don't have to have it together 24/7. You don't have to eat clean 24/7, right? Yes, most of the time, eating healthy is going to make you feel better and have better health for sure. But if you feel so out of control around foods and treats and processed foods, then it is time to take back that control and start using these strategies. And that's going to help you moderate and start living your life that works for you, because you only see fat loss results if it works for your life, if you can stick to the plan. So these habits, these mindset strategies allow you to stay in that calorie deficit. So it's not as hard to stay in that calorie deficit, and that will help you to start losing the fat. So that's what really works. It's not cutting out sugar forever. It's not cutting out certain foods. People do that in order to be in a calorie deficit. So if it works for somebody to cut out sugar, to cut out carbs, and they are losing weight and they can do that for the rest of their lives, then that works for them. Great. For me and for a lot of clients of mine and busy moms, that's just not a sustainable way to do it. So these habits and these mindsets are the number one step one in order to be in the calorie deficit, in order to feel more in control so you can start seeing that fat loss. So when you become aware of your patterns, that's step one. When you shift your habits and your mindset to start problem solving these little problems that you need to solve, you finally feel like you're back in control. And if this video helped, make sure to just comment down below what you struggle with the most when it comes to eating habits and cravings and reaching for processed snacks and things like that. I want to read every single comment and I love to help. So make sure to do that.